Good morning, everybody, and welcome here to Plymouth United Church this Sunday morning. So glad to have you join us. This morning, I wanted to just mention that it'd be great. It's always great to see you all responding to each other, responding to me, commenting back and forth, being otherwise engaged. It gives us that real community feel. So I want to encourage you to do that, whether you're listening on Sunday morning when we're broadcasting it, or if you're watching it afterward in the middle of the week. It's always great to see those comments, those new comments come in throughout the week. So just wanted to encourage you to do that as we begin our service this morning. And now I'd like to take a moment with you to center, to bring ourselves fully to this time and to this place. This morning, I'd like us to think about what we love most about ourselves. For instance, what do you love most about your body? It could be any number of things. Focus in on that, on the love and the respect that you have for the physical aspect of yourself, and allow that experience of your body to flow through the other parts of your body, to enliven yourself and to become more in touch with the parts of yourself physically that either you don't think about a lot, or honestly maybe you just plain don't like. And to see yourself whole in your physical self, whole in your body. That without the parts of you that you don't like, you wouldn't be you. Just like the parts that you do like make you you. And that we are this composite, this whole. And the more we can love ourselves in our wholeness, the more we can walk through this world not only being whole ourselves, ourselves, but spreading joy, spreading hope and goodness to others, emanating hope and joy and goodness into this world, into all of creation. So as you consider the wholeness of your body, beginning with the part of you physically that you really love the most, let's move to our thinking, to our mind, to our brain. Now, what part of your brain, what part of your thinking, the way that you think, what you think about, do you love the most? Consider what you love about it, how often you get to think that particular thing or think in that way, and really enjoy it. And allow that joy to spread to the other parts of your brain, of your thinking, that maybe you don't like the way you think or what you think about, or maybe you don't like having to think about certain things. But again, we're a composite of all of our thoughts and all of our ways of thinking. So allow that joy and that love. For you consider maybe the best part of your thinking to spread all of your thinking as you connect that also with your body. As we move to our emotional self. What part of your emotions do you absolutely love? Do you really relish and enjoy? And as you move through experiencing the joy of your emotions, consider the emotional side of you that you're not particularly fond of, or maybe you downright dislike. And know that we are not segmented into our likes and our dislikes. But we can join them together and support ourself with ourself. And as we do that, again, when we walk through this world, we start to emanate more joy, more energies of positiveness and sacrality and holiness, and give that to each other. So consider the wholeness of your emotions, what you absolutely love, and what you wish you could discard, but you know it's part of you. And consider your spirit. What about your spirit do you absolutely love? What brings you joy and life and goodness in your spirit, in your soul? And what are you not so fond of about your spirit or your soul? And allow the goodness of that joy to flow into the parts of your spirit and soul that could really use it. And know that all of this work we do to meditate on our wholeness and our well-being isn't just for our personal wholeness and well-being. It's also for the purpose of creating community and being one together and sharing God's love, sharing our love, sharing the future, a good future, a vibrant future with vision and good news. So take a deep breath with me as we bring ourselves fully to this time and to this place as we co-create this sacred moment together. And now I'd like to invite you to join us as we sing together.
Breathe on me, breath of God, fill me with life anew, that I may love the way you love, and do what you would do. Breathe on me, breath
Please join me in our responsive call to worship. Whoever you are,
wherever you are on life's journey,
you are welcome here.
We are all welcome here.
Gathering spirit to spirit,
we open our hearts.
Come, let us be open to all that is sacred and beautiful.
Blessed be all the names of love. And now it's time with the children. Hey kids, how you doing today? I hope that you are doing well, that you're enjoying your day, that you enjoyed your past week. Today we're going to talk a little bit about kids, and we're also going to talk about curiosity, and we're going to talk about wonder. And one of the things that we're going to talk about, you kids, in the reflection that I'm going to offer is that you kids are an inspiration to us adults. You learn so well. And now there might be some subjects that are difficult for you to master, but in general, we see you learning and growing and doing things every day that you couldn't do the day or the week or the month or the year before. And that encourages us to grow. It encourages us to be curious about new things, just the way that you're curious about new things. To enjoy with wonder the beautiful things of this world or the surprising things of this world. So thank you. Thank you for being who you are and for reminding us of who we used to be when we were kids and who we still can be today. And I want to encourage you as you grow up and get older that you maintain your sense of curiosity, that you maintain your sense of wonder and of seeing beautiful things and just going, wow, isn't that cool? Isn't that great? God made you just like God made us. And we grow and change over time, but some things can remain the same. So thanks for being our inspiration. And don't ever lose that. Would you join your hearts in prayer with mine? Holy love, you have given us so many beautiful things, so many wondrous things, things that are complex and things that make us curious, things that we'll never understand because they're absolute mysteries, but we can try to look at least the edges of them and get a little closer to knowing what they are. Thank you. Thank you for all of that, oh God. And help us to always get excited about ideas and about newness and about growth of your creation and our own personal growth, and help us to always stay a little spellbound at waterfalls and big trees and birds and oceans and at each other and the different ways that we are, the different personalities and skills and gifts. Help us to always find curiosity in the beauty of each other and to share the love that you have imparted to us, because that is who you are most of all. So, and in that way, we end this prayer, oh God, by saying, we love you, God, and we know that you love us. And all God's people said, Amen. This morning, our biblical witness is from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 18, 1 through 5. It says this: At that time, the disciples came to Jesus and asked, "Who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven?" And Jesus called a child, whom he put among them, and said, "Truly, I tell you, unless you change and become like children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Whoever becomes humble like this child is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. Whoever welcomes one such child in my name welcomes me."
Our contemporary witness this morning is by Albert Einstein. It's a quote excerpt from Life magazine article, May 2nd, 1955. He says, "I believe in the brotherhood of man and the uniqueness of the individual. But if you ask me to prove what I believe, I can't. You know them to be true, but you could spend a whole lifetime without being able to prove them. The mind can proceed only so far upon what it knows and can prove. There comes a point where the mind takes a leap, call it intuition or what you will, and comes out upon a higher plane of knowledge, but can never prove how it got there. All great discoveries have involved such a leap. One is always seeing things without being sure that one does see them. Truth is a verbal concept, which cannot be submitted to mathematical proof. Do not stop to think about the reasons for what you are doing, about why you are questioning. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existence. One cannot help but be in awe when one contemplates the mysteries of eternity, of life, of the marvelous structure of reality. It is enough if one tries merely to comprehend a little of this mystery each day. Never lose a holy curiosity. Try not to become a person of success, but rather try to become a person of value. One is considered successful in our day who gets more out of life than one puts in. But a person of value will give more than they receive.
Whenever I think about curiosity, I think about kids. The wonder they have at the world is pure and full of enthusiasm. They're curious about everything. That's partly how they learn so much in so short of a time. Their energy is directed toward curiosity and learning, even if they don't know that that's what they're doing. Who has more curiosity than kids? Well, possibly Albert Einstein. Look what he did with his curiosity. Out of his curious nature, he laid the foundation of modern physics and changed views on space, time, mass, and energy. In the article we read from Life magazine, he said, "Do not stop to think about the reasons for what you're doing, about why you are questioning. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existence." This is the second month of Mental Health Awareness Month. I believe that having a sense of wonder and a penchant for curiosity helps us to bolster good mental health. I'll tell you why. Having a sense of wonder about the world and about our lives keeps us curious, keeps us looking around for the next thing we might learn that we didn't know before. Just like with kids, it gives us energy to delve into projects and hobbies, our work and relationships, with an expectation that there is bound to be something to learn or some way to grow as a person, that we will understand something new about the world which delights us. Wonder and curiosity is about being delighted. They help us to offer the benefit of the doubt to people and circumstances. And when everything goes south, a sense of wonder and curiosity helps to lift our heads and imagine what the next thing might be. The motivation to be delighted and to expand is good for our mental health. It keeps us moving forward and hoping, even sometimes in spite of the odds. When something fails or doesn't turn out quite right, curiosity can turn that failure into a learning opportunity rather than a dead end. Let me be clear that when a person is in the throes of depression or any other mental health crisis, I'm not saying that curiosity and wonder will cure you. And I'm never going to say that a person's not trying hard enough. Therapy and medicine and a good support system are all important pieces to healing and to recovery. At the same time, cultivating a sense of hope through curiosity and wonder can be a piece of the puzzle to long-term relief. My own episodes with depression and anxiety have included a systematic approach toward hope using curiosity and wonder as tools. The idea that there might be some kind of delight in the world yet for me often came out of talk therapy and through my support system of family and friends, sometimes without them even realizing it. Whether we're down in the pits, maybe we're languishing, or we're just bummed out, stoking the embers of wonder helps us to look up and outside of the smaller circle that we're living in. When we recognize beauty and are able to open ourselves up to delights, we begin to heal. And for those of us who don't experience the deep downs that others do, curiosity and wonder still has a place for you. There's a story in the 3rd chapter of Acts where Peter and John pass by a man who was lame from birth. He was being carried to one of the temple doors so that he could ask for money from those going in. The story tells us that Peter said, "I have no silver or gold, but what I have I give you. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, stand up and walk." And Peter took him by the right hand and raised him up, and immediately his feet and ankles were made strong. The story continues by telling us that all who saw it were amazed and filled with wonder. That seems absolutely logical, doesn't it? That after seeing such a miracle, that the people would be amazed and filled with wonder. But it isn't always what happens when something profoundly wonderful happens, is it? People sometimes walk away in scorn or troubled. They either wish it hadn't happened for that person because they're jealous, or they simply feel uncomfortable that their predictable life has been shifted. I believe this story about Peter healing this person is one of the many tellings which is meant to inspire us towards something bigger than ourselves, to awaken our curiosity about what's possible, to enliven our soul's search for delight. Sometimes we get stuck in moments. They may be the present moment, which is frustrating, immovable, or just getting us down. They may be the past moments, which we can't shake off. Our faith practice isn't about a heavenly divine being who we're required to worship. It's more about connecting and being in relationship with holy love, who wants to see us live abundantly and guides us toward that vibrant life. In the Gospel of John, it says that Jesus said to them, "Very truly, I tell you, I am the gate for the sheep. All who came before me were thieves and bandits, but the sheep didn't listen to them. I am the gate. Whoever enters by me will be saved and will come in and go out and find pasture. The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I came that they may have life and have it abundantly." This idea of salvation has nothing to do with what others call original sin, or because our hearts are so inherently wicked. This is a salvation about living a life that others seek to destroy in some way, maybe in a literal end of physical life kind of way, maybe economically, maybe stealing joy, any number of ways that there are thievery of hope and good mental health. In this story, Jesus is saying, my sheep, through me, will find good pasture. They'll have what they need. They'll have abundant life. We're told that at least one of Jesus' goals was this return to life. Good, healthy, robust, abundant life for everyone. It might seem a very high thing to reach for that kind of experience. Let me return to the words of Albert Einstein then. And this is where we'll end. It is enough if one tries merely to comprehend a little of this mystery each day. That de-escalates the overwhelmingness of trying to search for abundant life, doesn't it? When he says, comprehend just a little of this mystery each day. He goes on to say, never lose a holy curiosity. Try not to become a person of success, but rather try to become a person of value. One is considered successful in our day who gets more out of life than one puts in it, but a person of value will give more than they receive. Wise words from our friend Albert Einstein. So my friends, seek curiosity, seek wonder and delight, and through them, may you find peace.
hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And if you get the choice to stick it out or dance, dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. Time is a wheel in constant motion, always rolling us along. Tell me who wants to look back on their years and wonder where the years have gone. Ooh, dance. I hope you dance.
Not only is this the second Sunday of the month and the second Sunday of Mental Health Awareness Month, it's also Mother's Day. So I'd like to give thanks to all the mothers and all those who have been mothers to folks who were not your children. And I want to thank you for all that you do, for the way that you instill curiosity and wonder in children and in people everywhere. Would you join your hearts in prayer with mine? Holy Love, we thank you. We thank you for the mothers in our life who have stoked our embers of curiosity and wonder and helped us to have a fire in our hearts toward hope. And in the ways that we have had our fire diminished, that maybe our embers are starting to cool, we ask that you would stoke them on our behalf. As the Mother God that you are, as the divine feminine and as holy love, help us, nurture us toward this curiosity, toward this abundant life, and help us to be strong. Help us to find that dance, that we can dance exuberantly, not just for our own sake, but to share this gift with all that we encounter, with creation itself, and that this love that grows and grows helps us to be more kind and more gentle, more enthusiastic toward expansion of our soul's self. We thank you, O God, that you have embedded within each of us this gift of this nature of curiosity and wonder, or else had we not, we never would have been able to learn as much as we have up to this day. Cause us, O God, to rise up in this abundant life and to knit us together, not only with the people that we know, but with the people that we don't know, to gain understanding of difference and to knit together our similarity so that we have a kingdom of yours here in this big, beautiful world that we call home. And because we're committed to knitting ourselves together as community, let us knit our voices together as we share these common words in prayer. God of the journey, we accept your invitation to walk with you and with each other. When we are feeble, help us reach out to your strong arm. When we are in trouble, help us call on your grace without guilt. Increase our faith when our destination seems distant. and our hearts are heavy. Remind us that our doubts are evidence of thinking and feeling deeply. Draw us close as a family of faith. Where there is discord, help us mend. Give us ears to hear each other and hearts to love beyond our fears. We long to know your sacred presence more fully each day and share it with each other. We yield to Spirit. Show us how to live more honestly and to see the needs around us so we can make a difference. Our hearts are grateful and sing praises for the beauty, wonder, and mystery of love.
Good morning, everyone. Here are today's announcements. During this time when we are not gathering in person, we have created several opportunities for gathering together on Zoom. Sunday mornings at 10, before the service begins, we meet for a time of fellowship. On Wednesday evenings at 6:30, we have our book study group. And on Friday evenings at 7, Judy Walden hosts our small group discussion related to the current reflection topic. You can find the link to these in our Thursday's Thoughts newsletter or on our Facebook page. Come to our outdoor afternoon services at 1:30 in the prayer garden while there is still time. We will be taking a summer break starting in June. Check your email for the bulletin, which is sent on Sunday mornings. If you would like to be on our email list for our newsletter and other mailings, please email Melanie at melaniec@plymouthunited.org. The bulletin is also posted on our Facebook page. We are following CDC guidelines for social distancing and masks. Please bring your own chair and feel free to come early and stay late. Let's enjoy each other's company and be together sharing God's Spirit. So far, we have received $16,000 toward our systems upgrade campaign. This is great and will be helpful in making our plumbing more up to date. We appreciate everyone who is donating and look forward to reaching our goal. We know many people have been coming to our online services that we have never met. We can't wait to be able to open the church to be able to meet you in person. If you are considering joining Plymouth, please contact Pastor Mac at pastor@plymouthunited.org.
Each week, we collect 2 offerings. One is for the church, which goes to our general fund for the running of the church and our ministries. The second is the loose offering, which is sent to a designated charity, which changes each week. Our loose offering for today will go to the Navajo Water Project. Navajo are 67 times more likely than other Americans to live without running water or a toilet. 1 in 3 Navajo still don't have a sink or a toilet. That's an injustice. The Navajo Water Project brings clean, hot, and cold running water for the families across New Mexico, Utah, and Arizona. This is an indigenous-led, community-managed utility alternative that brings hot and cold running water to homes without access to water or sewer lines. It is registered as an official enterprise of the Navajo Nation. Their work creates meaningful, high-paying jobs, many with benefits like 100% employer-paid health coverage. None of their work would be possible without the leadership of community members and the support of our local partners. Running water changes a life forever. We are still collecting for our systems upgrade campaign. So far, we have received almost $15,000. This is great and will be helpful to making our plumbing more up to date. So far, we have collected a little more than half the amount we need to do a total system upgrade. If you're interested in giving to this campaign, you can do so in any of the ways that you give to Plymouth. While the amount we need is substantial, if you have a small amount you can give at regular intervals, that will help. If you would like to give to our general fund or to the loose offering or both, you can use bill pay from your bank, send us a check, or use push pay, according to the directions on your screen. As always, thank you for supporting Plymouth and the ministries of the loose offering. Please join me in a responsive offertory prayer. Some of us give out of our abundance.
Others give out of our scarcity.
For all of these gifts, we seek your blessing.
To be a source of healing.
To be a resource of freedom for the oppressed.
To proclaim good news that all are loved and cherished by God.
We cannot own the sunlit sky, the moon, the wildflowers growing, for we are part of all that is within life's river flowing. With open hands receive and share the gifts of God's creation, that all may have abundant life in every earthly nation. When bodies shiver in the night and weary wait for morning, when children have no bread but tears and war horns sound their warning, God calls humanity to wake, to join in common labor, that all may have abundant life in oneness with their neighbor. God calls humanity to join as partners in creating a future free from want or fear, life's goodness celebrating. That new world beckons from afar, invites our shared endeavor, that all may have abundant life and peace endure forever.
And now, my friends, it's time for you to go from this moment to whatever it is that you have next. I hope that you are blessed this week with a renewed sense of wonder and curiosity, with a new vision for beauty and for joy, and that the wellspring of life would flow in you with even more vigor. Go forth knowing that you are strengthened through curiosity and wonder. You are strengthened through the very isness that you are, and through the love that is generated between you and God and you and others. Go forth in this strength. Go forth into this new week in this power, and go forth in peace and as peacemakers.